Hey everyone, welcome back and happy, well, Wednesday. All right, guys, we're back to talk about Real Housewives in New Jersey because it looks like Margaret Josephs has some more text messages, and that's not a good thing for Jackie Goldschneider. So we're about to break into all of it. But before we do, I wanted to say thank you to everyone who joined us for the premiere of our video version of episode 3 of the Salty podcast today. That was at 12 p.m. We're going to be putting the video versions up like a day or two after each episode. And then we're going to, of course, ramp up as soon as Salt Lake City comes out. So, yeah, there will be that. But if you guys are not subscribed over here to Up and Adam channel 2, get subscribed. If you haven't smashed the like button, go ahead and do that as well. And if you haven't hit the notification bell, I don't know what you're waiting for. So, with that, let's jump right in. We do it like we do it. All right, guys. So, Margaret Josephs. Here we go. Margaret, you are funny. Margaret Josephs, thank you to Reality Blurb, opened up about her falling out with Jackie Goldschneider during a podcast appearance just last week, shading her friendship with Teresa Giudice and labeling her as desperate, while also sharing her thoughts on the cancellation of the Real Housewives of New Jersey reunion, dishing on season 15, and offering an update on where she stands with Jen Fessler. Margaret revealed additional text messages shared with Jackie and more. Her and I used to, because she's smart, we would look at Louis Ruelas' stock price falling every day on his company. She would send me a screenshot, and then I would send her a screenshot. That's what she recalled on the August 29th episode of Taste of Taylor. At one point, it was like 47 cents, and then it was kicked off the stock exchange, and she would laugh, and she goes, "Look at this shit." We're petty bitches when it comes to stuff like that, and we don't care because it was about Teresa, because she did horrible stuff to Jackie. We were like, that's what you can get. And that was just us. We didn't put it out publicly. Until right now. Now we didn't say it, but now we did. And also, to be fair, Jackie had a reason to be pissed off at Teresa. I mean, the Evan cheating rumor was never proven. Nobody ever really took real accountability for it. They did it to Jackie and her husband, which her kids see. It could have ruined her family. And then that's who she became friends with, which was just a very shocking situation. Now, of course, the blame did circle around and ended up landing in Margaret Joseph's lap. But at the end of the day, I'm like, it doesn't matter. It still was carried. I mean, it does matter if Margaret was the one who started it, but I'm saying it still came from Teresa. I'm surprised that she was able to forgive. But then you think about like Melissa Gorga and what she said, and Jackie was at a point where when Danielle Cabral and Rachel Fuda came on, she was still fighting for her spot. That's why she went up against Danielle Cabral all the time, saying she doesn't understand the brother story and all of this other shit. She was trying to still fight for her full-time role. She didn't want to be demoted to a friend of. She got demoted to a friend of. And then in order for her to come back, she had to switch up the dynamic. So she ended up coming back this past season, and then she ghosted Margaret Josephs and Melissa Gorga. And then she ended up becoming friends with Teresa and Jennifer Aiden. Nobody really understood it, but it was a switch in dynamics. And for her, I think in her mind, she thought that would make compelling TV, which maybe it would have if Margaret and Melissa would have fell for the bait. But they just kind of looked at her like, you look like a moron. For somebody who's so smart, why would you make such a dumb decision? And then at the point that they were looking at her like, you're such a moron, she kind of lost the argument, because then people are also in agreement of like, how in the are you friends with somebody who literally tried to dismantle your family? I'm just saying, don't shoot the messenger here. But hold on. She said, we're petty bitches when it comes to stuff like that, making fun of his stock exchange and whatnot. And we don't care because it was about Teresa. As for what she believes drove Jackie to befriend Teresa, Margaret doesn't believe she truly cares for their castmate. She wants to be famous. She is only driven by fame and attention and relevancy. And it's sad because she only feels relevant when people recognize her, they're paying attention to her, things like that. I've told her numerous times, you're more than this. You're a beautiful writer. You have a beautiful family. She compromised her integrity and she just went along with it. And according to Margaret, there's no possible way that Jackie truly likes Teresa. The things that she said about her are so heinous, things that I would never say. The things that she said about Jennifer Aiden are pretty atrocious. And again, things that I would never want to do to her or say. And I understand why she felt that way, by the way. She said, I'm not discounting the horrible things that have been done to Jackie. So there's no way you're going to flip that switch unless it's for relevancy. It was just for TV. It's giving desperation. It's not your real friends. Those are not people that you would ever align yourself with mentally, emotionally, or anything like that, values wise. So when she did something like that, I was so disgusted because I was like, who are you? But looking back at their former friendship, Margaret said that she really cared for Jackie as she revealed that they both shared intimate things with one another. There's a lot of things between us that would never come out on the show because I cared for her and I cared for her family, that I would never ever discuss any of it. Margaret said, there are things between us, both of us, that would never come out, and that's petty bullshit. A text message about Dolores Catania, who she's not even close with, it means nothing. It's not like I sent something to Melissa Gorga. It's ridiculous. Well, I mean, okay. As for the canceled reunion, Margaret said she was disappointed. I was sad about it. I'm not going to lie. We found out. I was like, all right, that sucks. But they said they were going to do something different. We didn't know that it would be a watch party right away. But although Margaret acknowledged that the cast was well divided by the time the season was over and likely unable to reconcile, she said that resolution to her also meant being hurt. There's personal resolution, there's personal resolve. Obviously, they don't feel that way. They need people to move forward, but I do feel there's certain people that are very good friends. You saw our room plus Dolores. And speaking on the next season, Margaret admitted that she was unsure where the show would go. I really don't know. I think we're going to be on a very long break. I think we are not going to be on top of the mind. And I think that they're sick of talking about us. Everybody needs to relax. And I think we're not going to hear anything until next year. In a perfect world, the outcome would be some of us would come back. But if we don't, it's up to them and it's fine. I'm a very big believer of what's meant to be will be. And my life has turned out in a very positive way. And it's what's meant to be will be. And one door closes and another door opens. Margaret then noted that Jackie went to the digging team in terms of her behavior on the series. She knows better. She also thinks she's so much smarter than everybody else in the room. Then, after noting that Jackie still has a podcast with Jennifer Fessler and was also doing her own, Margaret offered an update on her friendship with Jennifer. Jen Fessler and I are great. I love her so much. Jen Fessler is a doll. She's funny. She's cute. She's quirky. Listen, she does not like heavy duty conflict. She has a freak out if there's a big altercation, and that's just Jen Fessler. Oi, oi, oi. All right, guys. I want to hear what your thoughts are about this because I know you guys are going to have no problem popping off in the comments. And that is exactly what I'm looking for. So, guys, if you haven't already, go ahead, comment below. Let me know what you think. And also, don't forget to smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. And don't forget to hit that notification bell. Happy Wednesday. Oh, and we'll be back on Friday for sure for Hot Messy Topics. But also, we will have another episode of the podcast out this week. Yeah, I think I covered everything. So with that, happy Wednesday. Happy after Labor Day. And I'm still wearing white. How about that? Love you.